Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah.
Alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala, wa rasulullah. Welcome to another session of our Hadith class. And we are studying the Hadiths from the book entitled Divine Qudsi or Divine Hadiths. And these are Hadiths that collected by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli, over 100 Hadiths in which the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam shared information with us that Allah had revealed to him through the angel Jibreel. And most of the information was information about Allah himself, so as to increase not only the belief of the companions in Allah, but it also telling them about Allah. Because again, in order to be a true believer, we have to love Allah. And in order to love someone or something, you have to have an understanding of that thing. Okay, so let's take a look at the hadith tonight. And this is hadith number 4 from the book Divine Qudsi. And this is how the book looks. And again, for those of you who have not yet purchased the book, go to atlionline.com and pick up your copy of the book. It's $10. And tonight we'll be discussing hadith number 4. And this hadith is narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. He said, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Allah will admit into paradise those deserving of it, and he will admit whom he wishes out of his mercy. And then he will admit those condemned to hell into the hellfire. And he would then say, see, he whom you find having as much faith in his heart as a grain of mustard, bring him out. They will then be brought out from the fire burnt and charcoal, and they will be cast into the river of life, and they will sprout as a seed in the silt carried away by the flood. Have you not seen that such a seed will come out fresh and intertwined? This is a wonderful hadith where Allah is again telling us about himself. He's telling us how merciful and how forgiving he is. Allah wants us to live our lives fearing his punishment, because by fearing his punishment, that will keep us in obedience to him. But he also doesn't want us to have too much fear of him. He wants us to know that anyone who truly believes in Allah and has not associated partners with him, even if such a person does have to do some time in hell, it won't be forever. It won't be forever. You may come out burnt up, but when you come out burnt up, the water of life will be poured over you from paradise, which will bring you back to life. So again, another hadith that gives us hope. So we learn that this hadith explains how some Muslims may get out of hell even though they may not have many good deeds. The simple fact that they truly believe in Allah and didn't associate partners with him is what they need to get out. And also this hadith confirms that there is a river in paradise known as the river of life. And this is the water that will be used to revive the sinful Muslims with. And again, we learn from this hadith that no believer, no one who truly believes in Allah, even the worth of a grain, will be in hell forever. And also, this hadith shows the permissibility of using parables and examples so that the people can understand what we have to say. So again, I hope you guys can see that most of the hadith Qudsi address Allah. They tell us about him, about his names, about his attributes. So, having discussed this hadith, how does it impact anyone here? Would anyone like to contribute?
I will.
Go ahead.
It makes you, it makes it be this is another beautiful hadith as well, like yesterday and the day before. It makes you basically never give up hope. So if you do a sin or something, or think like committing suicide or anything, never give up hope. So it goes back to the saying of like how many times we went over so many different hadiths, but it makes you be mindful. Never, ever, ever, ever in life give up hope, regardless to the matter. It's just beautiful.
Exactly. That's why, like she said, there's no need for suicide. You know, all it takes is just true belief in Allah. But now the strong believers, we don't want to do no time in hell. So we'll live our lives to the best of our ability, obeying Allah. But we have to understand that people are different. Not all of us are strong in our iman. Some of us are weaker due to our environment, due to our association of others. Okay, so this hadith gives such a person, hope that even though they're not doing what they should be doing, perhaps there is a chance for them still. Yes, go ahead, Sister Maylium.
Just listening to this hadith, it just teaches us that, Allah gives all of us the chance to like enter paradise. I mean, that alone, that choice of just entering paradise is really just our own. We have control of our own actions and how we react to certain things in this world. We can't really blame Allah because He didn't make the decision. He was aware of that decision, but He didn't make you do anything. That's why we have like free will and reasoning. And then I thought about how like the strong believer is more beloved to Allah than the weak one, even though there's good in both of them. It's just a person who loves the law that much can't even fathom the idea of just spending even a second in the hellfire. And then I thought about like how Allah mentioned bringing people who had like ounce of like faith out of the hellfire. It made me think about like how we talk about the road of like redemption in this world. A
Yes.
person could like commit a crime and they serve their time and they do their time, they come out and they get released back into the world. Other people make it so hard and put them down and constantly, remind them of how bad they are. But Allah doesn't do that to you. Once you get out of, the hellfire, He reminds you that now that you did your time, I've forgiven you. And He doesn't put it like He doesn't throw it back in your face like you're a person in hellfire. He cleans you up and He, makes you look beautiful. And then He allows you to enter paradise and enjoy it just like everyone else. So I thought that was beautiful.
That's wonderful. Exactly. Allah doesn't hold grudges. We do with each other, even against ourselves. But Allah doesn't. What a wonderful remark. Anyone else? Go ahead.
I'd like to say that sounded so beautiful. I was just thinking about it, and the being close to Allah, believing Allah, and the more that we believe in Allah, the more we trust in Allah, and the more we trust in Allah, the stronger we become as believers. We have to know that we never can give up. And that reminds me of the story of Mary, and we can't give up. We have to believe that Allah is never gonna turn his back on us. We just have to believe. We have to believe that Allah is aware of everything that we endure. And we have to be strong and know that Allah is not gonna leave us, you know.
Exactly, guys. And that's the whole key there, is to know that Allah is with us and he's not going to leave us to ourselves unless we choose to be left to ourselves. All right, this is a wonderful hadith for us to think about. Again, a hadith Qudsi telling us about Allah and how merciful he is. You know, he will forgive you even if you never did a good deed in your life. As long as you didn't die upon a belief system other than Islam, as long as you didn't die in disbelief, Allah will forgive you of anything else. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining and participating in this session. Make sure everybody's here tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.